Okay. Alright then. Hello and welcome to the stream. I am Remethep. I don't know, many things. And today we're going to talk about something a bit different. We're going to talk about something as boring and dull as multiplayer etiquette. What? Why? Well, we all want to play the game. Or those of us who want to play the game want to play the game. We want to have a good time, to have fun, right? Yeah. So, what's all this got to do with multiplayer etiquette? Well, everything. So, I'm going to... The problem is that all of us want something really cool to play around with. Like this monster, for instance. In case you're wondering, this is a very good version of the USS Enterprise. It's super cool. Look at that, it's a main battleship. Or we want a frigate from Warhammer 40,000. Or an Imperial Star Destroyer. Of course, there are so many of those. Because they're cool, they're awesome. The problem is, as I'm going to show you soon, they are also insanely resource intensive. In creative, that is no problem. You know, in creative you have all the resources in the world, so who cares, right? And in creative, nobody cares, because you never have a resource problem. The big problem in survival, except for the obvious things like people stealing ships, is abuse of resources. Simple as that. Because everybody wants to have a capital ship. Again, that's fair. But everybody don't want to work to get that capital ship. So, okay. To give you an example, I have set up the Olesen here with what could be called, I don't know, beginner levels of resources. So, you know, this is a nice early game place to be. 2000 steel plates, some construction components, thruster components, quite a few of those actually. You know, all these, even some shield components. Fairly early start, but plausible. I have some ore processed here. 170,000 gravel. Well, that's useless. But as you can see, this is in quite a good spot. So, I have these resources and a new player join. So, what the new player should expect to get is this. This is a fully functional miner. This is completely vanilla, by the way. If you guys want to, good morning, Mr. King. If you guys want to, I can post it on the workshop. It is, again, 100% vanilla. It has oxygen, a beacon, so you can find it if you lose it, when you lose it. A little extra plating. You know, it's just a one medium cargo container, batteries, reactors, all the bells and whistles that a small ship miner needs. So when you start out in a if somebody were to join a game I hosted or join my faction while I was at this point, I would have said that, okay, I'll give you this. Very well. And here I've set up a projector using the rotor trick. So we can see, okay, what do we need? It's 150 blocks total. 108 of those are steel plate. Okay, that's kinda... Okay, steel plate, you know, you can get iron everywhere. 1 cockpit, 3 small conveyors, 4 reactors. You could basically cobble this together, hunting probes, and getting a little gold, uranium, no, gold, cobalt, and platinum from asteroids. But this is a very nice and simple build. So yeah, it gives you it, and when you have that, then what you should do, of course, is to use it. Go out and mine, because that way, when you mine, you contribute. And that makes me, at least, in a very good mood. Okay, somebody built something. Somebody added to the coffers. Yay! That means more stuff that I can play around with. Yeah. For a little more advanced start, when you are basically on a when you have established yourself, either in a faction multiplayer or just in a on the server when you where we have the resources. This is the Fat Chance survival pod. It has all the bells and whistles. No oxygen now. You can see here. It's a nice little, nothing really special. So I'll up the sound here, but this has everything. So this is a starting ship. It's basically the same as the yellow ship. Or if your faction is a little more advanced, cool, then an Olesen is reasonable. This also has all the bells and whistles, as well, as you can see, a little bit extra. So, you know, more weapons. I don't think the Fat Chance has weapons, does it? I don't know, doesn't matter. So something like this, which is a tiny multi-purpose ship. And maybe one of these vanilla miners. With these two, you can do anything, but you have to work for it. So let's take a look at the Fat Chance. Here we have it, 159 blocks. So that's not very much. 94 of those are armor blocks. So yeah, we have a refinery, so that takes quite a few resources. 1 power efficiency module. Okay, 2 of them. That's for the assembler, I guess. But still, this is a fairly small build. The Olesen is a bit less than 200 blocks more, so she has more bells and whistles and is more expensive, but we're still in the small large ship category. So yeah, and that's, you know, when you have a well-established main faction or start out, that's a fair thing to ask. Can I get something that will get me going? And you know, the people will say, I will say, yeah, sure, here, let's do something. And then you can do your thing and contribute. The problem is that people don't. because people want to build this thing. And they don't want to work for it. And that means, and this has happened so many times now, during the months I've been playing online, that means that I have to get into this, find an asteroid, and mine. And I have no issue with mining. I like it. But I want to mine because I know that that is going to help me out when I do stuff. I don't want to spend hours toiling away in the mines, or the asteroids as it were, to get you stuff that you can take for your project because you're too lazy to mine. I booted a guy from the game yesterday. No hard feelings. He just couldn't understand that concept. Resources are limited, then scale after that. Get in this ship. Get in this ship. Find an asteroid. Mine. Do your thing, really. Because you don't want to have that reputation that you're one of those guys that just get onto the server or the game, by all means, and steal resources for your own silly thing. And in case you're wondering, this here, how much does it cost? Because let's say this, welding this up would take probably, I don't know, 50 minutes if I had the resources. Yeah, something like that. 50 minutes, half an hour for the greebling, less since I have the blueprint. So yeah, let's go 10-15 minutes with the miner. The fat chance, well, that would take quite much longer to build. Unless you go modded, of course. The same with the Olesen. Take quite a while to build. It's quite an advanced ship, even though it's small. So, but again, doable, and I really like building. This now. This also illustrates another thing. People have built so many cool ships on the workshop. Huge ships, massive ships, awesome ships. But this isn't mine. I've stolen it. The blueprint, that is, of course. So these are mine. The Olesen, the Vanilla Miner, the Fat Chance. I built them from the first block. And that's so much cooler. So yeah. Let's take a look at this thing here. How many blocks are we talking? 32,000. 27,000. Yeah, you can just see the numbers here. Large ion thrusters 12. Small ion thrusters, let's see. Yeah, well, 70 doors, 34 artificial mass, 8 large shield generator. Yeah, it's just, this is a major project for an entire group. So, or one very dedicated player, or a thief. And really, guys, you don't want to be the thief. So, that'll be it from me for now. I'll probably fire up Edge of Survival or something similar real soon. Just a short little PSA. Work for the stuff you use. If not, you're going to get kicked. Okay. Angry mode over. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on Tiamat or elsewhere. Yeah. Okay. Bye.